Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of FoolTopia here in Cities Skylines. Guys, last episode we made some progression on the brand new highway section to our brand new downtown area. It was what I called it or known as it to be the kind of sunken highway, and it kind of had a mixed reaction, which I kind of wasn't expecting to get. And this is only down to the fact that how I kind of built it. Now, what I did was I kind of sunk in the highway. A lot of you didn't like the way I did it because, you know, there's a few mods that I was kind of missing, would have made it a lot easier. But I've been reading all the comments and I've kind of taken it all into consideration. It was kind of split 50-50 down the middle with whether I left it kind of grass or whether I concreted it. And I really mean that. It was left 50-50 down the middle. So what I've done is I've unconcreted it so you guys can see it in all its glory, to kind of have a feel and let me know what you think. So while we stare at this random building right now that we can't see nothing, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section, do you prefer it like last episode with concrete, or do you prefer it this episode without concrete? And then whatever gets the best reaction, we'll probably leave it to that. Now guys, what I've also done, and a lot of you guys, quite a lot of you were suggesting this, is I get the fine road thingamajig mod, and I've got it, and I've actually redone it all. I've redone it all, so now that the elevation change is a lot more smoother, because I always like doing it and then using the mover tool and then sinking it down, and it wasn't all quite level, and everybody kind of was like, Seniac, I'm cringing, but it's okay. I've got it. I've redone it. It looks great. It's all sunken right now to the exact same level. It's freaking glorious. So yeah, let me know what you think of it being as it is right now. Would you like me to concrete it, put the key walls around the edges? I don't know, guys. I'll leave this one into your hands. Why don't you have some input in how I progress with this? But what I have done is built the kind of junction here. Is that a little bit more concrete underneath? Oh no. Did I lie to you and say I got rid of all the concrete? Wait, can I not get rid of that? What is that? Is that something to do with the bridge? For some reason, guys, if I had to put the brush size down, I can't get rid of it. Look, I don't know. I don't know. Well, anyway, I've kind of set this up right now. It kind of, you know, elevates a lot nicer. I did it with the sound barriers, because I thought it looked a lot cooler with the barriers on the on and off ramps, which isn't too bad. And I'm going to create an on and off ramp on this section too. So I'm going to pretty much mimic what we've done here over here, and it's going to change the grid effect in the downtown area. So I want to kind of rework this, because I'm not 100% happy with how it's going to look anyway. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I like these roads being right against the edge, but I'm not a big fan of they're slightly wobbly and wiggly and stuff like that. So I want to kind of redo that and slightly change this grid format up, and then hopefully start to do some zoning and get some buildings in this downtown area. So again, guys, one more time, I'm going to ask you right now in the comment section, let me know what you think about this. Did you prefer it with the concrete? Because it's a little bit misleading, because now this is like a new version of it. It looks really good, but I don't know whether it looks really good because it's in grass, or whether because I've redone it and used the fine road tool thingamajig and it looks beautiful. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, let's just forget about that right now, guys. Let's get back into the building. So, I want to mimic this, because in this downtown area, it's going to be heavily, it's going to be very dense, heavily populated. So we need a couple of ways to access the highway. Now, we've got the one here. We're going to have one here, and eventually we'll have one up here, which is kind of in a more open and complex kind of interchange right there that kind of expresses itself and goes to different ways. But until we get to that, these are going to be the two main points at the moment. Now, that's just to get onto the highway. We got a road that goes across, there. There's going to be a couple more roads that do go across over the highway to access the other side. So not everybody is going to want to go to the highway. There's pretty much going to be crossing over in general, but we'll see how it goes. So how I did that one over here, we'll kind of start with this one. So, oh, hello. Goodbye, academic report. So what I've done is it kind of starts normal, then it bridges over and goes back to normal there. I just kind of use these as so it's even spacing both sides. And I'm not right. See this fine tool mod here right now. I'm still trying to get used to it. It's still complicated, but I suppose over time I'll get better at it. So what I want to do is, and if I'm doing it wrong, let me know. But I'm going to try my best. So this here forces the ground to follow the elevation of the road, or I can force the use of the elevated pieces if available. Now, both of those sound confusing, but I'm going to pick this one. Forces the ground to follow the elevation. And what I'm going to do is, if I can kind of figure this out very quickly right now, the space in between these is 17 on both sides. So if I do this one first, we go from here to a 17. Did I make it that far across? I didn't know. So for some reason, I've chosen to do these ones a lot further. Okay, let me redo this then. So let's just go normal. So what I did was I brought this to where the edge of the semicircle touches the edge of the border there. Then I forced it to go above, so it kind of creates that bridge to go across there, which basically forces the elevated pieces to go higher, so they're not touching anything. And I see. So that's kind of it's the concrete there from the pillar. That's what's on the other side. Okay, I gotcha. So then we're going to elevate or change the, which I assume is what it does now, the ground. And if I did it by 17, which is there, how does that look? So forcing me on the ground, but yeah, that's the kind of effect I was going for. And did the same on this side. So I want this also to be 17, which, by the looks of it, 17 pushes it a little bit further. So if I plonk it down there, and this is the problem I was having last time. I do it one side and it doesn't quite work the other side. So this side, we do the reverse. And then it works perfect. So not every road's going to be like perfect in its own way. So I've got like that side there didn't quite work out. And neither did that side, so let's try that one again. I don't quite know how you do it like that. Like how we get, like, why did that one work and it didn't work the first time round? Not quite sure. So it didn't work that time, but if I flip it back around this time, I bet you it'll work now, won't it? Yeah, I just got to flip the road round to make sure they're going the right way. But you kind of get it, right? It's as simple as that to create, again, something as simple as that. And I actually like it. It's small, it's cool, it does the job, it's going to be effective, and it gets down to these areas. So, yeah, bear with me with this tool, guys. It's you're watching me the first time I've used it, like, properly. So it's going to take some getting used to understanding again. But anyway, it kind of creates something fairly good. I'm quite happy with it so far. So now it does that then. I'm actually going to get rid of my little markers, which I was using that there. I want to integrate that so it comes down the grid as it comes off there. So this is all like simple grid and it crosses over in a diagonal line. And then we'll sort these out then. So I'm not going to worry too much about the tram line just yet because I can always upgrade and change the road a little bit later. So let's just go with these right now. So bring it so far down. Actually, bring it so far down. So if I bring it to about there. And then I'm trying to think of the best way to kind of diagonal it. So if I brought that straight up. I mean, that's a straight diagonal. But I don't know whether to add a bend to that. Or what. Or bring that further down. No, actually, we'll keep it like that. Because that can then go straight down into whatever happens over there. Right, let's get rid of this. Let's kill that off. Let's kill this off. Right, that's going to continue to go down straight anyway. But I want to kind of... is it better if I bring this up by 10 more? Bring that across. Alright, bring that across by 5. Just create that little bend there. I'll upgrade it to this road because, again, I don't know how the tram's going to go at the moment. And that goes straight down to there. Now, this is a straight road. I'm not sure at what point it stops becoming straight. It's there. And there. So that then can literally remain we get it just right. Straight like that. That's straight there. And I'm just not a fan of this whole rounded area here. So I'm going to kill it all off. I'm going to kill off this bend as well. And where I can, I'll make it straight. So I need to change. Wait, is that slightly sunken down? Oh, I've just realised something. I've got this elevation change on. And I'm building at -2. So I just go back to here. It's not really an issue. It's just you can visually see it in some areas. Oh, I've done it again. I'm now building at -2. I thought I wasn't, but now I am. So that is -2. Let's bring it up to 0. That's something I'm trying to get used to. Sorry. There we go. So okay, it merges down on a slope. You see what I mean by I'm trying to get used to this? Oh, let's try that again, guys. So straight down like that. It's because that is slightly lower, but that's because it's on the seabed. Right, anyway. So what I'm going to do is, there's certain points in which you can keep it straight. And I think that point will take place where it goes dramatically straight. Because what I want to do is I'm going to terraform the whole edge of this area. So what if I do it in sections? So it's straight there. Straight there. And straight there. So let's play around with this then. So that's go down to here. So that bends there. Now this one I'm going to kill back on both sides a little bit. So there we have quite a dramatic bend here. So let's kill that off. So what I'm thinking of is I'll bring that down to there. There we go. That should be technically less dramatic now. Yeah, no. It's one of those things, isn't it? Okay, anyway. Oh, that's annoying me. How do I make it where it's not... I'm about to say, how do I make it where it's not using this? And I think the answer is simply... Oh, it's kind of annoying. Right, I'm going to redo this, guys. Right. This is what I mean. I'm still trying to get used to this. I think... yeah, I think I've got it. Right, I've been using this, the force of the ground, to kind of... stick to the length of it. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there with the learning. So please, bear with me. But we're going to keep this going anyway, ticking along beautifully. And if that went straight down the middle, it can cut to the very end. So you can see how it now all plays out. This one we're only going to bring kind of down so far. But if I kind of treat it where I want to create another cut-through road, and that cut-through road took place there, brought this out, say here by 35, and is the bend okay there? I feel like I need to bring this out by 5 as well, or 10. No, we'll bring it out by... Right, to get to that point there is 24. To get to that point there is 16. So if I do 8, it's borderline the same. There we go. So you can see where the downtown area is now coming into effect, which is pretty dope. So these are the main roads we're going to use. I got to try and figure out as well which ones I want to be the tram, which I think I'm just going to pretty much bring it down in the center. Someone suggested to do them on the kind of seafront, which, while I think that is cool, I'm trying to think of the best way to do public transport. Because I'm going to have like a subway line somewhere along here. I just don't know where at the moment. There we go. So yeah, the tram line just came down here for literally the center of it, and then I can have like a subway line that kind of does an outer loop. Because the subway line's so big and vast, I can have a subway line do an outer loop, and the tram line do an inner loop. So with that said, then I'm gonna have to upgrade this road. There we go. And that's pretty cool. So, yeah. That's pretty much how we're going to have it. And then what we'll eventually do is kind of key wall off the whole of this border edge over here. I don't know whether to extend the land a little bit after the road so we can create like a walking path. Let me know what you think about that. And stuff like that, or whether just to have it right against the edge. It's it's one of those things. We'll see how it goes. So with that said, then let's take a look at having it in our first little downtown area. Now let's do it with trees, so we can really brighten up and make it pretty cool. So the tram line's going round. I want to pick the first area we're going to work with. Should I just kind of do the center of it, or should we kind of pick like an outer skirt area? I think I'll pick this area first because it's also going to decide or, tell us where the roads are going to go. So it's 72 throughout the middle. So 36 is the middle. Now, and what I could do is literally cut that straight across. Why is that gone elevated in the middle? I don't know. I don't want it to be elevated in the middle. It's not one of these funny things I've selected, is it? Right, let's bring this out. Wait, is that in the middle now? Yeah. Let's bring this out to here. I think because when you match it up to the very end, it's slightly elevated, isn't it? Yeah, but we will kind of roll with that. So that is our straight road going through the middle. And going directly all the way over. 78. So 78... I'm trying to do the math now, which is it 39? Will be the center of that, which brings it up to there and down to here. And then we want to create... I don't know whether to actually just kill off that idea and that approach. But then again, it could work very well for us. Because then it kind of makes you go... You see what I mean right there? It makes some of the roads be kind of shorter and wider than they need to be. So rather than have that idea, I'm just going to pick I'll pick that same spot again. That comes off to here. Now let's go to the very end. Doesn't really matter at this moment in time. Come up by 10. Cut that in. So that becomes the border. There we go. So I'll create the border road, and then I'll choose where I want to cut it in at that point. So I'll do a square like that, because obviously that's when it goes diagonal. And then inside of this, we create our simple grid, which again is not 100% perfect, but that is where you have the wider little section where you can drop some trees, maybe some parks and whatnot. And then we'll do a pass over there. I mean, I can do it on both sides, that's fine. And then actually, if I don't not do it there. This is by going across 41, so give or take one of them at the center. We'll go with this one. So that's a simple grid. Again, very, very simplistic, simple and easy. And without doing too much to it, if I bring that up, cut through there as well. Now, what I'm trying to think of is right now, that is the straight down. We can cut that in, and we can swoop this around as well. So if I bring this out by, is that out by 4 or 5? That's out by 5. So by curving that, it creates a straight swoop out, if that makes sense. And I don't want too many roads connected to it, like don't want that one there. Because you want to kind of open it up and out. But then we'll go. Now, if I can do this, this would be kind of cool. Because we can also kill it off in a sense. We do 8 there. Oh, it's the wrong type of road. 8 there. And to go across is by 10. So you go a 5 and a 5. So it's like it would cut around and go back in, but it kind of doesn't. It's like it used to at one point, but it demolished it to fit in a nice little park, which that'd be kind of cool. But obviously, we've got 2 connections outside, 2 there, and we've only got really 1 here. And I don't really want to go down the route of dropping in 1 there, because that's way too close to that connection. But then I kind of think to myself, how much traffic are we really going to see on this road? And it could be quite a lot. It still could be quite a lot of traffic. So I think what the best option would be here, because there's always ways in which we can kind of switch it up a little bit. So what if I picked straight down, for it to connect like that? Do you reckon that flows better than the other version? Personally, I don't think it does. Wait, let me go back to that. How does that flow? See, that flows a little bit better. That I can kind of get on board with. Now, we're going to mimic it into this. So I'm going to bring it along and it's going to bend into there. Both of these roads will be like the kind of through roads that lead up to here. But it's trying to work out, like many things, how far we want to take these roads. So if I just do the generic, we cut it down. I'm trying to do it where it's perfect. So across by 12. Okay, into there then. Right, so that is 8. That is 10. Let's try that again. So 10 by 12 by 10 there. So that is like borderline sweet. We do a 10 on that side, 10 on there, and we'll see how this plays out then. So when it follows it round, it will lead up to here. Now I've got options here now. I could literally make them cross over that road as well. Another crossing so it keeps them off this when traffic's coming on and off. Or I could like do it where it then triangulates and then filters into one crossover road. That's something as well, but I'm trying to get the traffic to flow through in many ways. So you're going down here, it flows that way, straight down, flows up that way. If you don't have to like kind of go up here to connect to these and get down, you can flow straight through. I'm trying to make these flow roads, if it makes any sense. It probably doesn't, but it's kind of what I'm trying to go with right now. So let's go to there. And we'll bring it to there. So they're perfect on both aspects. So let's kind of bring that back a little bit. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I could grid it off, which is cool. So don't be disgruntled by these big spaces, because we're going to make it very, very walkable for these guys. There we go, do cool stuff like that. Which means we cross over the road there. Do the same here. And then we flow and bring this round as well. So to the point where the road would bend. We'll go 25 here. So it augurs at the bend of the road, which is cool. You get that outer loop feel. And then if I did a 90, I'm probably going to change this in just a minute. So, yeah. You probably know what I'm going to say. I don't like it. But I'm trying to keep the traffic off these main roads. So if we had the two little semi-connections there. I'm trying to find the best way to kind of do this here. Because if I killed off that flow road there, because you've always got this one here. And then this one could flow in a different way. Like maybe this one, if I bring it by number 15. Now, would that curve be dramatic enough? So that one flows that way, and then this one flows this way. And it's like this here is the dead end route. That there is the dead end route for these. And it could kind of work. So if I brought this, I brought that to there, quite it down there, and that's what would ultimately, if I do that there, well, how would this look if this? Nah, I think we keep it like that, but I don't want it too open. I'm trying to find something good to kind of do with that. I think we'll leave this area for next. I'm doing too much into this when I can just simply start zoning stuff. But I really want to kind of, I mean, why if I just kill off that road altogether? Because that's the road that flows up. This is going to be the road that flows down. That makes sense. See, that makes a lot of sense. Those roads, like, they kind of center through and flow. You know, we've got the big outer flowing roads. But that makes a lot of sense right now. Because then you would do something like this. Like how I've done it just here. And this little area would also be quite built up too. So we have two connections there, two there. We've only got really one on this side. I mean, I could link that into it, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, I think what you need to do now is get the path in. Then I'll get the water in. Like the little walking routes. And I think we're good to go. We'll go on with the trees as well. Because that is makes it fairly more interesting. We'll put the anarchy on. In these little spots. That don't look great, does it? I don't know whether it's down to this one I'm using. No, it all happens, doesn't it? What, see, what does it do? Is it because I'm merging it in? What if I didn't? What if I take off this snap? And then do that again? See, that's kind of what I'm going for. Well, let's try that one again. So from there to there directly. And then there to there, but let's just use the move it. That's kind of what I'm going for here. I want the visually you can see it. Right, I feel better with that. I think I could get away with just doing like this, couldn't I? If I do it like that. Oh, no, 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 no. No. The wrong one I'm taking, boy. No. I'm going to have to move this, to move this, to move this back. I think I've done it about right. Yeah, I think it's too dangerous to go without with the snapping on. Right, let's do up to there then. I'll leave this because that's kind of okay. Oh, we'll do these sides quickly. Just try to make these areas as walkable as possible. So do it just over here. That one doesn't feel like it's touching. Let me just go over to the other ones I've just done. See, oh no. I feel more comfortable when there's more concrete touching. I don't know how you guys feel about that. That feels completely off now. Yeah. Alright, there we go. So, there. Great, great, great. Oh, we'll do one here. I think just one here. And then that is then perfect, I think. Okay, I'm going to do a walking route here. It just kind of feels natural to do that. I was literally about to say, can I get away with crossing one on the road? But I don't think I'm going to be able to. So we do something like that. And I do want to try and get one to cross the road. But I don't exactly know how I'm going to get it to work. Do you still see it? Yeah. I don't know how, I mean, I used to be able to do it really, really easy, but now with this, I don't know. Is there a way to not, like, if I, hold on. If I don't toggle it on. No, it still goes straight over. What about a normal path? Oh, I think it's that path type, isn't it? That's what it is. Right, okay, there we go. So they can literally now cross there. It's the path type that was kind of messing me up there. Right. That's good. I like my first little downtown vibe, which is pretty sweet. Let's just get the waterworks all in. Let me get my snapping back on. There we go. And I'm just going to do it briefly, very quick, because I'm not too fussed about how the waterworks look underground. Does anybody... Guys, let me know right now, when it comes to the waterworks like this, does anybody like take time and make it look really good, knowing that you hardly see it? There really isn't any benefit to it. I don't know, I'm kind of interested to know like who takes their time. I suppose you could say I'm taking my time right now, doing little bits anyway. I'm just trying to be effective. I mean, there's a difference between taking your time and making it look pretty and then being effective. So there is like different ways you can look at it really. And then straight over. Boom. Done. Okay, right. Now, it's finally time to get some zoning in. We're going to have no power from the get-go. We're going to pause it for a second because I'm going to do the high density to commercial first. So we do the little shopping districts that are going to be high density commercial. There we go. Getting some there, which I'm quite excited about. We'll get some offices in as well for where they're going to be. Mainly on the big routed areas, because that will also help me reduce the traffic on those roads. Okay. I'll do some up here as well. Call the offices in. Right, so I'll kind of finish it off there, and then we do like a bunch of residential in the middle. So this is just this initial area. It will change area to area. Alright, let's paint all this in. We're going to have to bring the power over to. Right, I think this area I can paint the majority of it. There we go. Let's do all down here. Now this one will get built today because the demands are not there, especially for the industry. There's no demand for it, but I'm hoping it will change as we get this big bulk of residential in. Now, I'm gonna have to drop a couple of parks in before it goes into play mode, because after it goes into play mode, I'm not gonna be able to see where I've got like 3. Right, I definitely want one over here. And I'm gonna use. Is it on? Oh, that's way too big. I might say is the collisions. We can get rid of the collisions, but that's way too big, isn't it? I'm trying to find the best method. Did one? Oh, I could do it like that. 2 there. 2 there, like that. I wouldn't say so much to merge 2 in on its own like that. No, I won't go that far. But definitely got to add something in here, haven't I? So I won't put plazas in just yet. Right, what's decent? I can put like a little tennis club section in. So if I did that there, created a path. That walks around the edge. And it's got a little bit of zoning there, but I can get some more residential in there. So that's a nice little park section, which will go down really well. I want to do a little plaza area. Now we did a plaza with the picnic tables. I can get one in there, which will be handy. And I get another one in. I feel like I need it on this side. So if I dropped it in there and there, so 2 more plazas just there. So that would add some leisure, whatever you want to call it, in this area. Right, we'll let it build up then. Well, let's see how it goes. Again, it's going to need power, but I'll give it some time to kind of get off the ground. So I know where I can, where the closest point is to drag my little power strip to it. But this will now quite dramatically increase the population. It'll also give me an idea of how we're going to handle the traffic here. What'll be interesting about, because I've done some lane management on this one. So it'll be interesting to see how the other one copes without the lane management at the moment. So again, a little bit of people moving in right now. We'll just do a straight. There we go, straight over. Drop that just there, so hopefully it will connect very soon. We'll need to get some services in this area too. So if you just take the lane management, this is kind of what I've done for this. You see how it all crosses? It's pretty decent. It's pretty beautiful, if you ask me, guys. It's pretty damn beautiful. And I feel like I should really be adding it over here, shouldn't I? Right, let's put back into play mode anyway. Let's add it over here. So pretty much, right, you come off this ramp here, that turns there, that goes that way. And my aim is to avoid every route. So, oh no, that's the wrong one. So that goes into there. If you do turn, that goes straight over. So no single lane kind of merges into the same lane. They cross paths here and there, but everything merges beautifully. Let's turn off traffic lights. Same on this side. So they cross paths, but no lane goes into the same lane. Makes it a little bit easier, right? So no traffic lights, and we'll see how that kind of ticks along over time. So we need the services in this area. So police department, it's going to be a huge built-up area. So investing in bigger services is probably what we're going to need. So the big boy policing station. I'll get in. So I'm trying to find the best area to place this in. Probably here, isn't it? If I drop it just there. Fire depot, we're going to go for the big Detroit one. Which I could squeeze right next to the path there, which would be pretty cool. Healthcare-wise, I'm thinking about the big Life Center hospital would be a good shout as well. Now, where do I squeeze this in? That's a good question. I've got space to squeeze it on this side, but I don't know if to put it like against this road or this road. I feel like putting it on this road is probably the better option. Reduces traffic on the main roads. I mean, puts the traffic on the smaller roads, but that's kind of okay for the moment, isn't it? Right, we need some an outlet for the crematoriums. So we have this one here, which pays 120. This one has 250. So the better crematorium with the one to go with. And I'll put it closer to the park area. There's probably another better option. I'll build one there, one there. Have they merged into the build? Are those buildings going to disappear? They should do. There's no zoning on this, is there? No, there we go. They're they look like two different styles as well, but they're pretty handy. Again, we need power. Power should come very, very soon. Oh, that was so close. So close to the power connection. Right, again, we'll just let it tick along. Anybody coming off the... Yeah, they're using this junction now, which is what I like to see. There we go. They now have power. Does everybody have power in this area? No, these guys are a little bit trapped out at the moment. But it should bring this to life. It already looks pretty cool. With the small buildings that we have at the moment. I'm going to kill off traffic lights on this main drag. Just to make the traffic flow a whole lot easier. And, oh, I need to add in the tram stops as well. So, we've got two tram lines? Where's this one? Oh, wait, have I duplicated a tram line? Let me cancel that quickly. I think someone mentioned that in the comment section too recently as well. Right, so drag line to add stop, which I want to do. There we go. I should now have one line. Yes. Is that where I wanted it in the first place? Yeah, pretty much. So then, as they come down here, I'm going to add a stop there. We'll add a stop there. We'll add a stop just there. And then off they go again. So there's 3 major stops in that little loop. Now I don't know whether I need another line. I don't think I do. I don't know. We'll see how it rolls. But there we go. Traffic is now, moving into the place, which is good. So that's pretty handy. Now we've got the tram line in. Hopefully less people, as you see, walking down. We'll now take the trams. And we'll make these trams a lot more usable, because these go all the way down to the university, which is pretty sweet. And obviously all the way down here. So it's a long stretch for this place, which is pretty cool. But it's bringing us a lot of money in. brought us quite a few residents in as well. So only time will tell to see how this area functions and how it grows and how we expand off it. But it's going to take some time to fully get everything in. There is people already waiting for the tram line right now. How many trams do I have on it? That's the traffic flow. That's good traffic flow. I pressed that by mistake, but that's still pretty good. We have 19 vehicles. Where's our biggest stops? This one right now. Where's that? Oh, academic report. Still renowned. This one's here. Okay. So we have a lot of people waiting on that one, isn't there? I mean, each tram takes 90 people. So as the new ones come along and fill up, it should slowly move these guys all along anyway. I don't think I'm going to do a subway line just yet until this area is more defined and filled up. But it looks a lot better, doesn't it? It looks a lot better. We have the flowing roads through the middle. One obviously leads up there, crossover. One down here. Got the big major flow-through roads. So hopefully we've designed the traffic pretty well. But only time will tell. Literally, only time will tell how that goes. But it's looking pretty good, man. Pretty damn good. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the sunken highway right now. Preferred it with the concrete or as it is right out of the grass. I suppose you won't really know the full effect of it until we have this huge downtown area right against the highway and it's like built over it and there's like skyscrapers on the other side too. You won't really. I think at that point there is probably when you want to start thinking, okay, maybe throw some concrete in there, look a little bit more natural and stuff like that. This road seems to handle it just fine, the traffic. I know we don't have that much at the moment and it's going to get worse over time. But it feels like it flows. It flows wonderful. And we have this second one over here as well, so that also takes a little bit of the edge off that other one. But, again, we'll just see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes. We got a big commercial boost right now, and I'm hoping with all this new residential moving in, the University of FoolTopia will get more people coming in because we need 1,200 students to get to the next reputation level. We've been struggling on this for quite some time, but hopefully it's going to increase, which it looks like it is slowly. No, maybe not. Yep, it is. Okay, it is increasing slowly as more and more people move in, but the new people moving in need to get educated first before they can approach any type of school and whatnot. But it's going pretty well, guys. So I think we're going to end it for here. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below, and until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good. Bye.